Rising star athlete killed shortly after prom by people who were jealous of him. In Columbus, Georgia, a heartbreaking tale unfolded about Darius Bryant, a 17-year-old sports sensation whose life ended tragically on prom night. Known as DB, Darius was a beloved student at Manchester High School, a star who lit up every room. But as he left prom with friends, jealous rivals ambushed them, firing shots that stole his life in an instant. Darius was a force in basketball, football, and track, his talent sparking envy among peers who craved his success. On that tragic night near Macon Road and Lakeshore Road, gunfire erupted from two vehicles. Police arrived to find bullet-riddled cars and 2 people in each, wounded and bleeding. Why would anyone target this gifted young man? Let's uncover his story. Don't forget to like and subscribe to be part of our growing community. Nestled on Georgia's border with Alabama, Columbus is a lively southern city, but it's violent. Crime rate soars 70% above the national average, with 630 incidents per 100,000 residents. In 2023. Against this backdrop, Darius shone brightly. Born April 27, 2007, he was just days from turning 17 when tragedy struck. Competitive and driven, he seemed destined for greatness. Raised by a loving family, Darius was adored by his parents. At Manchester High School, he dominated as a Blue Devils football player, weaving through defenses with ease, finding open fields, and leaving opponents in awe. Basketball was another stage for his brilliance. And in track, he soared, recently winning first in the high jump as a 2-time region champion. With offers from Georgia State and other colleges, his future sparkled with promise. Prom wasn't initially on Darius's radar, but he decided to go at the last minute. Dressed sharp and full of energy, he danced and laughed, savoring every moment. But as he headed home with a friend, danger lurked. Tragically, Darius never made it home from prom. A group of attackers pulled up beside his car and unleashed a barrage of bullets, striking him. Darius's story leaves us grieving a star gone too soon and questioning the senseless violence that took him. When police reached the scene, they found 2 cars, each with a wounded victim inside. Darius was raced to Piedmont Hospital but passed away just before 1 a.m. The vibrant 16-year-old, who was in Columbus for prom, left behind a grieving community. Darius, a standout at Manchester High School, was one of the victims of that weekend's violence. Amaya Graham from News Leader 9 spoke with his father, who shared the pain of losing his son. School officials praised Darius as a star in both sports and studies, a humble teen loved by all. His father, heartbroken, noted that Darius's 17th birthday was just days away, making the loss even more devastating. Early that Sunday morning, gunfire erupted at Lakeshore Drive and Crystal Drive. Darius's father described him as a homebody, not one for parties or trouble. Prom was a last-minute choice, a decision that turned fatal. He emphasized that Darius, known as DB, had no ties to gangs or street life. Instead, he was a dedicated athlete, leading Manchester High School's football, basketball, and track teams to championships. His father, the football team's defensive coordinator, spoke of Darius's bright future, stolen by a senseless act. "You took someone who didn't deserve this," his father said, his voice heavy with sorrow. "You hurt a family, a community, and left so many in pain." Darius's parents pleaded for justice, asking anyone with information about their son's murder to come forward, determined to find those responsible for shattering their world. Darius's parents are begging for answers. If you know anything, they urge you to call Detective Rodriguez in Columbus, Georgia, anonymously if needed. Please speak up for my son, his mother pleads, her voice breaking. Darius didn't deserve this. We shouldn't be mourning. Anyone who knew him knows he was a kind, incredible kid. She calls on those who loved him to share any information, no matter how small, to bring justice. To those responsible for this tragedy, she offers a heartfelt prayer. I pray God pulls you out Of the darkness you're in, she says, hoping for their redemption. She speaks directly to young people caught up in gun violence, warning them to find better ways to solve problems. Taking lives isn't power, it's wrong, she says firmly. I pray your families never feel the pain we're enduring. No one should go through this. Darius's father echoes her pain, asking anyone with information to come forward. He wants the world to know his son's story. Darius Bryant, just 16, was gunned down on April 20th, days before his 17th birthday, as he left his junior prom with friends. A senseless act of violence stole his life, leaving his family, teammates, and community shattered. As a coach, his father struggles daily to guide his team without Darius's presence. It's tough to keep going, he admits, but the kid's passion gives me strength. Darius would want me to keep coaching, so I'll push forward. Darius was a phenomenal athlete, a high jump state champion as a sophomore, poised to defend his title. With football offers from Georgia Southern, Georgia State, and interest from Duke and the University of South Florida, his future was bright. Coaches even gifted him a framed photo of himself in a Duke uniform, a cherished memory. He had so much promise, his father says, voice heavy with grief. Turning to other parents, he asks, where are we? How are we letting our kids carry guns openly? He's stunned by young people flashing weapons on social media, questioning why this behavior isn't stopped. Don't wait until you're in my shoes, he warns. Don't let your kids face prison or worse. We have to act now to stop this violence. Another father, Braxton Coles, likely from Texas, lost his son too, a talented kid with a promising future, killed in a senseless act, possibly at a graduation party. It's heartbreaking, Darius's father says. These are kids with dreams, and we're doing nothing to stop this. He's calling on parents to step up, to bring back discipline before the streets or police do it for them. This violence is hitting innocent kids who want no part of it, he says. It's tearing communities apart. He talks often with DeMarco Mitchell about solutions, stressing that action is needed now. Our community is too small for this kind of tragedy, he adds. Darius's father believes justice is coming. They know who did this, he says, though the police haven't shared details. His patience is wearing thin, 3 months after his son's death. He's offering $20,000 from his own pocket for information leading to an arrest and conviction, hoping to grow the DB Foundation with more support. I can't wait any longer. As a father, I failed to protect my son, and that haunts me. This is my fight for him now. To honor Darius, his family started a foundation to keep his legacy alive. They said their final goodbyes at a homegoing celebration, covered by News Leader 9's Khalees McGee. The teen, shot a week earlier in Columbus, would have turned 17 that day. His death left a lasting mark, a painful reminder of a bright light extinguished too soon. Leverett Hill Baptist Church was packed to the brim as family, friends, teammates, and community members gathered to say their final goodbyes to 16-year-old Darius Bryant, a true champion in every sense. His memory will live on forever in the hearts of the Manchester community. The loss felt like a dagger to the chest for those who loved him. At what his family called the fourth quarter homegoing celebration, on Saturday, the pain was raw. Darius was found shot in a car on Macon Road in Columbus after leaving prom, later passing away at a local hospital. His funeral fell on April 27, the day he would have turned 17. Instead of celebrating with cake and candles, loved ones donned blue and white to honor him one last time. Grief hung heavy in the air, a shared sorrow for a young life taken far too soon. The Manchester football team's chaplain spoke of Darius, the star track runner, football player, and basketball standout, with a heavy heart. Empty and crushed, he said. DB deserved nothing but the best because he was the best, respectful, loving, kind, and funny. A fierce competitor. Teammates shared warm memories, recalling how Darius was a friend. Since pre-K, always welcoming with open arms. There was never anything wrong with DB. One said. He greeted everyone with a smile. The community hopes sharing. Darius's story will spark action. If you know anything, please do not hesitate to reach out to his family. Our hearts go out to Darius's family and friends. May his soul rest in peace. STA.
Like and subscribe for more informative videos like this.